Um, being white, classified white, I had a problem with that whole thing when I was in grade school when they give us weekly
Really?
readings to fill out and what race you are, and it said Caucasian, and I
Yeah.
didn't know what the word Caucasian was.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I went and looked it up, and the definition of Caucasian, it comes from a white people who live in the Caucasus Mountains of Russia.
Oh.
Right.
And I went, I'm not Russian.
No,
So
not at all.
my teacher got really upset with me when I wouldn't mark off the box called Caucasian. And then I found out through family history and stuff that we have a whole bunch of mixes in there. We've got German, we've got Spanish, we've got French, we've got English, we've got Native American. So
Yeah.
I came to the conclusion I was a Heinz 57. And if I was going to be a true Heinz 57, I couldn't be prejudiced.
Right, right.
I would have to hate myself.
You're right.
And then
Um,
I came across a National Geographic study. They went around the world collecting DNA samples from every race on Earth. And guess where it all traced back to? One little old tribe in South Africa.
yeah. Wow.
Boom.
Okay.
So if you're going to be prejudiced, you better take a hard look at, do I hate myself first?
Exactly.
But growing up in America, I was lucky. I was raised by parents who did not incorporate being prejudiced.
Mm.
My father set us down in front of the TV and said, you have to listen to this man because he's going to change things in America
Mm.
for
Right.
the better. And what was the man we were made to listen to on the TV? Martin Luther King,
Oh
his
God.
speech of I Have a Dream.
Wow.
Wow.
And that impacted us so much that it wasn't funny that I looked at my dad and I said, well, our American saying is out of many, one,
Yeah.
meaning that we have many people who come here from all different parts of the world, but we're all gathered under one label, American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never hear Americans call themselves American.
No. Why is
Mm.
that?
I think it's because we just don't hear it. We're not told that you're an American and race doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because if you
Um.
describe an American, there's no race connections to it.
When do you think that started to happen? Like, what decade did you witness that started to change? Because what I'm trying to say is, like, when I was a kid, I wanted to go to America. That was like 40 years ago. And you're right. I think that no one knows what American is. And I think you're
Well,
right there. So when did you notice it?
when I really noticed it when people started doing the DNA testing to see where their ancestors come from. I mean, you all know where your ancestors originated at.
Yeah.
It was one specific part of the world. Well, those of us that have been many generations in America, we don't look like as America as our origin. It was
Right.
somewhere that our ancestors came to. So everybody's been trying to track down where did I come from?
Right. That's
And they've never looked at themselves to claim American because it's not a
yeah.
race. It's not a
You were.
race.
It's weird because you're born there. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is your country. You're born there.
Right.
You're American, right? Like, is that? Am I losing my mind here? Like, Right.
And that's
Yeah.
one
Well.
thing that I said to get over some of this stuff. Americans have got to start looking at themselves as American.
Yeah. Fair.
But you
Yeah.
can't define American by race
No.
because American is a citizen of the United States.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's no race to
That's
describe
right.
an American.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just a melting pot. Everything's thrown in there and it comes out in strange ways. That's like I can give you an example of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
I grew up in the greater Cincinnati region,
Right.
and it's overpowered by German. That's
Wow.
where Germans settled. So there's a lot of German culture that goes on there, like Oktoberfest, beer.
Yeah.
The food's there. I mean, sauerkraut and kielbasa,
Mm.
sauerkraut and pork chops,
Yeah.
sauerkraut, roast beef.
Awesome. Awesome.
And then you move down to New Orleans. A lot of French influence there,
Mm.
and you'll go into baguettes and different things that they fix specifically in that area. And then you move out west and you'll hit the Spanish, the
Awesome.
Spaniard.
Yeah.
And then
That's
up
awesome.
in the Wisconsin area, you will run into people there from places like Sweden and Finland that settled there.
Mm.
And it's like that all the way across our country that you're going to run into
Yeah.
cultures that will totally shock you that they're there. That's like
Yeah.
somebody sneezes and people usually say God bless. And the first word that comes out of my mouth is Gesundheit. It's a German word. It's a German phrase for God
Yeah.
bless. And I grew up hearing
Mm.
that all the time.
Yeah.
Do you think that's lost now?
I think it's
I
lost.
would imagine going from town to town, seeing all these new experiences, but you're American, you know what I mean? Like, you all
Yeah.
were American. Yeah, it's Spanish over there, yeah, Germans, but you're all American, right? That's
Right.
what I would be thinking.
We're
It seems
under
like,
one label that covers us all.
mm,
But like it says, out of many, we've got so many different cultures that have been blended together. And you'll notice some more in some parts of the country than other parts. And it's really strange. And the accents. Oh Lord,
mm,
our accents.
love
You
it,
you go from almost hearing a British accent on the
love it,
Northeast
love it.
down to New Orleans hearing a French accent. And if
Wow.
you go up into the Appalachian Mountains here in Kentucky, you're going to hear a Scottish accent.
Wow.
Mm.
So that's
Amazing.
something that, it changes all over our country. I mean, I grew up in a family on my mom's side listening to people talk like this. Well, y'all just going to have to get over it for a little while. That's
Um,
that's what you hear sneak into my voice with my southern drawl. Then I lived in Texas for a while and picked up a Texas accent. And they
yeah.
are slow talkers.
Love it, love it,
When I was
love it.
living down there, everybody looked at me and said, "Do you always talk that fast?"
Love it, man. They have their own. Each kind of city has their own culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like their mini culture within the city,
And they have a lot
but
of
they're still
different
American.
celebrations,
Yeah.
area to
Um,
area, that can be a lot of fun going and experiencing them. But in Kentucky, we have all kinds of festivals. I mean, we've got ham days. You go to Lebanon, Kentucky for ham days and you eat ham. You go to London, Kentucky, and they have a chicken festival and you eat fried chicken.
It's cool.
Then Liberty has the apple festival and they make the largest apple pie in the world.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Sorry. I just hit my mic.
So, that's like the different areas in Kentucky that pull that off, and it's just fully entertaining to go visit them and see it happen. And you're like, and I remember at the London Festival one time, some people came down from Chicago and opened up a cart, and they were selling Chicago style hot dogs. We had never eaten those things, and we all went nuts over them.
Wow.
We were to eat Chicago style hot dogs for lunch and for supper because we knew after the festival was over, we'd never be able to get it again. So stuff yourself on that stuff while it's there.
Oh wow.
It sounds like it sounds like a Europe within the body land of America. It makes sense. Like if you go to Europe, you go to England, you go to France, you know, there's all these little places and they're different countries. Whereas what you're describing is like you're small.
And you all have the train pass.
Within the one land mass of America. You know,
you have the train pass that's easy to access all those places. Here in America, you're not going to get on a train. You're either going to go by bus, car, or plane. And
do you think that's lost?
Do I think
is that lost?
No.
No.
Because it's always evolving. And you bring a piece of it with you. There's always a piece of it floating around there. It's according to, you know, everyday life. What you cook in your kitchen, what you celebrate, what you do at celebrations. And the culture comes in and shows you, yeah, that was from my ancestors. They brought that over here with them. And we do that every year, regardless of anything else that's added to it. And with family growing,
sorry, you carry on. Sorry,
it makes it even more complicated because that's like my brother's family. He's almost approached the point that they're going to have to rent a hall to have Christmas.
Oh wow!
I've just been floored at how many kids his kids has had. They've had. I mean, they're the largest.
But that's good.
Family. But within my own family, it's really weird because all of us know how to cook, even the boys. And when we get together and cook, you will probably end up with dishes from all over the world because we like to eat everything.
Nice.
I mean, I've got people that come to my house that don't know me real well for a dinner, and they'll be totally shocked at what's served, and where did you get this recipe? I said, oh, a friend from over in Egypt. He sent it to me. His mom makes it all the time, and it was like a spinach soup.
Oh, yum.
But and it's really good.
Yum. Yeah, it's making me hungry now.
You get around me very long, you're going to hear about food. I grew up knowing better than to eat before I went to my grandmother's house. Because if you did that, you were going to be miserable for the rest of the day. Because she wouldn't let you leave until you eat something.
That's how they did it. All right. It sounds like listening to your stories. Thanks for sharing all that because it's a lot lighter and nicer that the world is different to the bleakness that we've been listening to lately. So thanks for that story. So that'd be great. It shows another side of America.
Well, you was talking about always wanting to come to America. I've always wanted to tour Europe. And one of my favorite places to go would be The Hague.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I want to see the artwork and stuff up close in my face. I am an artist, and I would love to see the originals.
Wow! Well, it's beautiful.
The Sistine Chapel.
You're an artist. You say
those
you're
are,
an artist.
landmarks throughout Europe would be just amazing. And to get to walk around in the Black Forest of Germany would be awesome for me
Ooh,
because
wow.
that's where my grandfather came from.
Got it. Yeah, wow. Black Forest.
And he and my grandmother came here during the Hitler uprising.
Uh,
They left Germany before that got hot and heavy.
Whoa.
wow.
And he spoke German till the day he died. And my sister would speak nothing but German. And my mother was always looking at me and saying, "What'd she say?" And
Really?
they actually sent her to speech therapy to learn to speak English when she started first grade.
Wow.
So it was really funny on that one. But she just chose just to speak German and not English.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
And does she still speak German today?
She speaks some, but she's forgot a lot.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. All right. Let me jump in. Okay. So we've been going for 16 minutes right now. We've been live for 16 minutes, and we've gone through a few thoughts here. Keep the conversation going, but we need to kind of blend this with a few stories circulating in the news, and we just want to kind of have a blended
my cat.
conversation. Yeah. Yep. You told me about that.
Yeah.
Yep. You told me about
Officer
that.
Tatum.
So Officer
Yeah,
Tatum, yeah.
Tatum's awesome.
I bought this off Officer Tatum's podcast. The money
Oh,
goes
wow.
to Charlie Kirk's. It's the
Oh,
freedom.
wow. Amazing.
Yep.
So guys, okay, so today this is going to be like the most disorganized live stream I have ever had because I didn't prepare, because I spent time talking with my friends here. And I decided, okay, let's just do it quick and dirty and have everyone in the chat. Let's know your thoughts on the conversations we're having. And also we're going to be looking at several news stories. All right. We want to make this as fun as possible and as relatable as possible because you and I know that we have lives to live. And if we spend all the time in the world looking at what's happening in the news, it isn't good for our health. Okay, not good for your blood pressure, not good for your mental health. So we decided, let's just talk. All right. So I decided to give this live stream a title. All right. I called it "The Destruction of the West." I called it
Good one.
the Destruction of the West. Hold on, it's a mouthful.
Like it.
I like it. Reverse racism, and I think I also said the woke meltdown or something funny like that. So we're going to be discussing things that revolve around that. Now, here there's a news story that I want to play, and we're going to talk about that video real quick. But here's the post that it comes from. It comes from this post on X, and the caption says, "Democrat Rep Debbie Wasserman Schultz gets called out for saying President Trump is a bigger threat to American values than radical Islamic terrorism." So I'm going to play the video because sometimes the captions aren't as accurate as the video. So we're going to play the video, and then you tell me what you think about what she said. So here we go.
Okay.
What is the bigger threat to America right now, American values, American life? Islamophobia or jihad?
I think we have to focus, quite frankly, on, if we're worried about the threat to American values, on the person who's in the White House. I mean,
What the hell? Shut up.
Oh, come on. Really?
No,
Is that where we're
Stupid
going?
bitch.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm
Shut the
going
hell
there
up.
because we have a president who has completely undermined our democracy, who has...
I'm going to lose my brain, man.
So
I'm
you
gonna
don't
lose my brain.
see you don't see jihad. You don't see this is a problem.
What I don't see is it as a single lens problem. We have a president who has been determined to undermine our constitutional principles, to degrade our democracy, to divide instead of unite us. The responsibility
I have to say, Congressman, you know how much I admire you, and I always appreciate
Thank
being willing
you.
to come on and discuss things. But we booked you to talk about anti-Semitism and Islamophobia in America. So
But you
I'm asking the question
about Islam.
So, what do you guys think of that stupid, extremely stupid statement? Like,
She is the
That
fruit
stupid bitch.
that keeps getting passed back and forth families for centuries, and nobody will eat it.
Mm-hmm.
She has always been on the extreme left side, and I mean, undermining the presidency of America by a sitting congressperson. You can't get more anti-American than that. Because even under Obama, we respected him as the president. We
Yep.
didn't like what he did, but we didn't go anti-president on him over it. You voice your opinion and move on. But
Yep.
these people are bound and determined. They've never been able to destroy Donald Trump. And it just eats at them constantly that they can't do it. They can't do it with their lies, their hoaxes, their accusations, calling somebody something, hoping that it will click in place and everybody will pick it up. Sort of like saying illegal immigrant. There is no such thing as an illegal immigrant. Not in American laws. It's illegal alien. Not an illegal immigrant. An immigrant goes through the process and comes here legally. Those who don't come here legally are described in our law as being an illegal alien. And Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats started it with undocumented immigrant, illegal immigrant, and etc. until they were confused and getting people confused between the definition of immigrant and illegal alien. And that's how they slide things in with their word salads. And they keep repeating this, oh, he's Hitler, he's destroying American values, he's doing this, he's doing that. And all the while, he's working in the background to keep it the same. I mean, the Democrats are the ones that started the don't say Merry Christmas, say Happy Holidays.
Yep.
And when Trump got in office, what did he do? He brought back Merry Christmas. And so I see the Democrats destroying culture here faster than Donald Trump ever could dream of doing it, because they want all the statues taken down. They want things erased from history. They want to change the whole narrative to something new.
Yeah.
That doesn't include American history and the truth about it. And they hide a lot of the truth. So she has always been a Fruit Loop, in my opinion.
Oh.
Well said.
She's a bad.
We're gonna look. Yeah. So, like, you listen to them talk, and you expect to hear some common sense, but you don't hear any common sense. You're expecting them to say something like, what is the real threat to American culture? President Trump isn't calling for women out there to start wearing a hijab. He's not calling for gays and transsexuals and people who want an alternative sexual lifestyle to be thrown off the roofs of buildings.
Yep.
He isn't calling for death to America, but he's the greatest threat.
Well, he's the greatest threat to the Democrats, because what they've been undoing, he's put back.
Yeah.
That's where their threat assessment is coming from. It's not about America. It's about what the Democrats want to create here.
Yeah.
And he's a huge threat to them
Yeah.
because everything that the previous Democrat presidents have done, he's come in and totally torn it apart and put back in place what was there before. Clinton got rid of our jobs. Trump brought them back.
Yeah.
Obama got
Right.
rid of our health care. Trump has been trying to bring it back.
They won't let him. He tried doing it in the first term, and John McCain refused to vote for the reforms that he was trying to bring
Yeah,
in.
that blooming idiot should never got elected to Congress.
All right, so let's do a quick change of gears, okay? Chuck Schumer, I covered this yesterday, but I'd like to have you guys weigh in on this. Now, I'm going to play a series of videos, okay? And then we're going to just do a quick take on each of them. Then we're going to look at the chat, okay? So if you're watching and you want us to cover your comments in the chat, please go ahead and drop your comments in the chat. We're going to read and respond to your comments. Now, Chuck Schumer says, watching the military take out narco terrorists who were bringing in weapons of mass destruction turned his stomach. So let's hear him bloviate about how he's essentially more concerned about the well-being of criminals who are bringing weapons of mass destruction into the United States, all right, than American citizens who are dying as a result of those things coming in. So let's listen to this gosh, I'm trying to hold my tongue. So let's listen to this.
Us joining me today, and we had a deeply unsatisfying briefing
Can you just
this morning
die?
with Secretaries Rubio and Hegseth. It asked more questions than it answered, and it was just, look, there
Just
is almost no
faint.
transparency in
Have a
this
stroke.
administration.
Notice the smug look
And
of the man
that
behind
reveals
him.
itself more than anything on revealing what happened on September 2nd. This morning, I demanded in front of every senator, to Hegseth's face, that
Stroke.
he let every
Stroke.
senator see the unedited video of what happened on September 2nd. I've seen it. It turns your stomach. It is awful. And people should see it. What the hell is Hegseth hiding? His excuse about classification, it's false, because any senator would see it in the skiff. Now, I believe with the proper safeguards, all the American people should see it. And why is this so important? It's important in itself to see if we were obeying the law. We're a law-abiding country. But it's also important because what's going on in the Caribbean is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like it before, and it could lead to another endless war.
I can't. It's hitting my head.
Disclosure, hearings, which our Republican Senate friends have refused to call, serve a purpose. They force the administration in public to answer very serious questions about where they're going. And so far, we've had no transparency. September 2nd is a first step, but we need a lot of transparency.
So I have a question for people in the chat. Would you rather have Chuck Schumer on loop, playing on a loop for 5 hours, or would you like to take a chance with kissing a cobra?
I miss the cobra. I've seen people get away with doing that.
Like, it's every time I do this, okay,
I don't
like
snakes.
you know, I don't like pain. Okay, I don't like pain, and that is why
I have
I
the
was
perfect solution to what
Okay.
Schumer's upset about. You
Okay.
take him and his Democrat buddies, put them in a dinghy, and tell them, go stop that narco terrorist boat. Go get them.
Yeah, totally.
I will guarantee you not one of them would step foot in the dinghy.
Oh no, they won't.
Hell
No.
no. Hell no.
No.
They won't. Now, Now, he claims that there's no transparency. And we have John Fetterman. Look, when John Fetterman was essentially forcing himself to stay in the race after his stroke a few years ago, I was in Nigeria, and I was wondering why he was putting the American people through that, because they need someone who is healthy. And in fact, knowing that he was a Democrat made me even wish that he would essentially drop out of the race so that the Republican could replace him. Today, I feel very differently about John Fetterman. Now, here's what he said in response to the things that Chuck Schumer said, which is interesting. I haven't seen this video. This is going to be my first time of seeing it, so we're going to react to it together.
Can I just
What did
add
you
for a
learn,
second?
Senator, that gave you any comfort that we're not heading into some kind of extended military exercise around Venezuela or in Venezuela?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was pretty comprehensive, and this idea, some things out in the media, it's kind of putting out this that the military is just picking off any boat that comes across. That's just not true. I mean, there's extensive intelligence, and they know exactly who's on that boat, and they know what's actually on that boat right now. And it's quite frequently they decline to take it and to move on those things. When they move on those kinetic kinds of strikes, they have absolute confidence that who's on it and what's on it, and that's exactly what it's about. They're not just going around randomly just shooting boats in those things. That's just not the fact at all.
So, what do you guys think of John Fetterman?
I love it.
He
I
has
love seeing that
become
shit.
the sweetheart of America, even though he's a Democrat. The man has got intelligence and common sense. And I've said it before. When the military strikes something, you better believe they know exactly what they're hitting.
Yeah.
They're not going out there and just firing off weapons willy-nilly.
Yeah.
They know the target. They know what it is. They know who's in it. They know what's on the boat, and they're going to blow him up. And that was not a secret. That was broadcast. And Trump has even said that they were going to blow him out of the water.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't America have the strongest? Doesn't America have the strictest kind of marine laws anyway? You can't go near the country, otherwise they're going to blow you up.
Yes.
Right.
We protect our.
Did they kind of warn you? Don't they?
water.
Like they have to.
And in international water,
Mm-hmm.
they can blow these boats out of the water all day long.
Boom.
Because they're not in any country's water district.
Yeah.
And by him naming these cartels narco terrorists, gave the green light to blow them out of the water. And the cartels are being hunted down in America right now. They're going after them. And by the time it's over, it's going to be hard for people with addictions to get what they're addicted to. And one thing I do know about President Trump, he is really against having things in the country that people get addicted to. He had a brother that was very addicted to drinking. That's why
alcoholic.
Yeah, and that's why he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
I don't do drugs because they scare me. They scared me long before fentanyl showed up. I have bad reactions. I have bad reactions to prescribed medications. So you couldn't get me to do a drug that I didn't know what it was for nothing. But I mean, it's a big problem here. And to lose 250,000 Americans in 1 year,
it's crazy,
because of fentanyl.
It's crazy.
And people says, oh, we just need to go out there and arrest them. No,